Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys, we're here today to talk very quickly about the Joe Budden podcast that came out today. Did I talk about the one that came out the other day? I don't think I did. I don't think we missed anything. If so, we'll put it all together. It doesn't matter. So let's talk about it. And it's going to be kind of quick. So let's go. All right, you guys. So we start off with the fact that Mona's back. Mona's back, bitches. Just had to put that in there. Shout out to my baby. Yeah, Mona's back, and yeah, I am so enjoying her. Does she make the tiny mistakes still a little bit, talking over people and everything? Not as much, and I love the fact that they actually addressed it. She said, "Listen, I saw everything. Y'all had a problem with me being on my phone." She was like, "I'm sorry." And yeah, she just got to get used to it. It's okay, and they all do it. They all do it. So how you gonna bring somebody new up there and be like, "Don't do what we do"? It's just like when you training somebody and you be like, well, this is the way you're supposed to do it, but this is the way we really do it. So cut her some slack. But when I say she has conversation, she got the jokes, she got. Listen, I have been enjoying the last few pods with Mona there. She has been having me dying laughing. And on top of that, I die when Joe is dying laughing at her too. Like it is a genuine hearty laugh when he is laughing at this girl. So she's fine all the way around. And we know on the first couple she had a couple little hiccups with Flip, and I guess they were saying Ice. I didn't see where she was really rude or anything to Ice, but she was saying that she wanted Joe to go solo, and Ice didn't like that. You could tell him and Ish, and I just think that this one, her and Flip made up, and they were playing nice together. Listen, I thought it was, I loved it. This Patreon that came out today, I died laughing. I watched it twice. I took some notes, and we're gonna get into them. But I really do enjoy Mona, and I'm glad she's there, and the other one isn't. But we're not gonna say that every time. We're not gonna say that, although people still be all in the comments like, "Where's Mill? Where's Mill?" It drives me crazy. She ain't here. Mel ain't here. You guys, so this episode actually could have been called Seinfeld or Much Ado About Nothing. Y'all know Seinfeld was a comedy show about nothing, is basically what how they described it. And this episode of Patreon was about a bunch of nothing. They were just shooting the shit basically. But Mona was in there with them. Like it's like a bunch of guys sitting around talking. And no, that's not to be disrespectful to her, but it just was not the gender wars and the where it just really stood out that, she's not one of them and she has to go against, like, it was none of that. It was just straight talking. They were just shooting the shit, and it was cool. The uncool thing about it was too much on Emani. It was too Emani focused, too Emani heavy, and we don't care that much about his life. You guys, Imani, oh my God, he just has so many dialogues and soliloquies and everything, and he just be talking to be talking, and it's like, what are you talking about? And it was so funny because at one point in the Patreon, Mona did say, what are we talking about, guys? I don't know, because Imani was just going on, and his stuff is always so sob story-ish, and oh my God. So yeah, we got a lot of Imani's business, and Imani was upset about the fact that they always have something to say about him being single, and they paint him like he's a terrible guy and he's just out there. However, he makes himself sound out there half the time, most of the time, all of the time. So how is it on them? It's like one minute you like being single, the next minute you have a problem with the people that are married, or not even have a problem with it. I feel like there's a little bit of jealousy or something, because he's always very defensive and very, has he's very haterish when it comes to relationships and everything. He always got something to say. But this whole thing of him not wanting people to think that he's out there is getting old, and we're tired of hearing about it. Especially when you come in and you talk about all the stuff that you do and the people that you're seeing or whatever. And even in the same episode where he's going crazy and Ice gets offended, Ice is like, listen, There is a huge difference between, because he's like, if you're not married, then, then you're single. And Ice is like, well, there's a stage between, with marriage or whatever. And he's just saying been in a long term committed relationship. And Imani's like, no, no, it's only one or two things. They're both right. But Imani is nowhere near being married, is what Ice is saying. Ice is in a committed relationship. He could get married tomorrow, basically. He's not, but he could. And Imani is still out there searching. So, okay, who cares at this point? But yeah, Ice got a little in his feelings and was huffing up or whatever, and they had to, calm everybody down. So that was good to see. Even though Ice, he get a little mad sometimes over any little thing, but this one I'll allow it because Imani do be trying to get shit off. Like Imani be trying to get a lot of shit off and get mad when people say something back. So I'm fine with that. Um, but him not wanting people to think he's out there. However, in the same episode, he says, you know, um, Mona is like, yeah, it's okay, Imani. I go to bed alone too, and he's like, I don't go to bed alone. Okay, you just put this shit out here again, like you out there. So which is it? Like which is it? You are or you aren't. And then he's talking about how he don't, they clown him for not using condoms on the first date. And he's like laughing or whatever. It's just not funny. It's just not funny. And it's what you're putting out there. I'm sorry. And he could say, oh, because they brought it up, but I don't care. It's still what you put out there and you think it's cute and you smile and laugh about it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's move to Parks and the fact that Parks overtalked people so much this episode it drove me crazy. Like blatantly cutting Mona off a couple times. It was just blatant, and I'm like, damn, this shit is getting egregious. Like he don't even care. He's so quick to try to get his little one-liners off. And I want y'all to understand that Parks is the one that keeps making jokes about Imani and his catheter and his cancer. He brings it up more than anybody now. In the last episode, he said something and straight out just said the cancer or whatever. And like every single episode, he's talking about Imani and his situation. And nobody's having a fit about it. Nobody's saying, Parks, you are out of line. So it comes up that Mona is calling people out on shit. She's like, yeah, Parks is getting his shit off. And don't nobody say nothing to Parks. And they're like, oh, yeah, he's a Teflon Don. Why? Why? I don't give a shit that he's the engineer. This guy be overstepping big time. Like he's just too comfortable. I don't like it. And I don't like the fact that they act like they can't get another engineer. Like what the fuck? Seriously? You can't get another engineer if you need to? I mean, not saying that they need to get rid of him. He just need to be quiet. Like I liked it better when Parks chimed in ever so often in the background, but it's too much Parks lately and he doing too much. Like it's driving me crazy for real. Whenever I hear his voice and he's anywho's, who says that? What man says anywho's? And caw, like fuck out of here. I don't want to hear Parks. Now y'all knew I was gonna complain about something or somebody at some point. Y'all did. Now let's talk about Flip real quick. Because Flip and his outburst there is it's so loud. It's just so loud, Flip. I like Flip. I don't want Flip to go. I think it will be super, super boring without Flip. He brings energy. I love when he be, telling them, oh, he like lightweight cursing them out, nigga this and all that. Like, it's funny to me. I'm sorry. It is ghetto fabulous, but it's funny to me. But he does need to tone down the outbursts and the singing and the laughing real loud it's like we have headphones on. Dude, come on, you gotta stop screaming in the mic. But other than that, Flip is fine. He's trying to play nice with Mona and everything. Fine. Um, oh, and back to Mona when she was talking about the comments that she read and everything. That fool said, why they trying to tell my boss on me? He's like, why? She said, why are they telling Joe that, I'm doing all this stuff or whatever? And I died laughing because she is approaching this like a real, real job. And she's like, why are people trying to get me fired? That shit was hilarious to me. But also with Imani talking so much, at one point, Joe had to look at him and say, hey, are you on Adderall? And I died because for a lot of the Patreon, Imani was talking. Imani was the main one talking. And a lot of the comments was saying they were gaslighting Imani. No, they kind of weren't because Imani loves talking. So he's fine. He was totally fine. I do feel like they're picking at him now since Mel isn't there. That's fine too. He doesn't mind. Well, he does mind, which was also cute. Oh my God, there was a point where Mona was trying to soothe him, and they were talking about Michael Jackson and getting jokes off. And Mark is so crazy. He said that he was 19 when he met Michael, and Mark got a joke off talking about, Michael was in there like, oh, these old hoes. Like Michael didn't want him because he was 19. So Imani gets up and walks away. Y'all know they be doing that shit on the pod where they just come and go. They walk in front of the camera, across the camera, around the camera. They don't care. But the whole time Mona is like, Imani, it's okay. Imani, it's okay if you like Michael Jackson. That shit was hilarious. He wasn't paying her no attention, but it was cute. She could get into her girly bag when she need to. And she was very honest on a lot of subjects, you guys. Being the side chick, telling this one guy that she only want to get with him, in that way or whatever. Like, she's very open, except about how many children she got. Like, when Flip was like, how many kids do you have? Yo, nigga, I got them. It's okay. You all right? And I'm like, dang, what's the secret? What's the secret? But you guys, I was debating with the my man about her. She's not Puerto Rican. Is she all black? Like, I just think she's a light-skinned black girl. Am I right or am I wrong? He's like, no, I feel like she's Puerto Rican or something. I don't think so, but I mean, I could be wrong. So if someone knows, please correct me. It's not a huge deal, but I would like to be right. I would like to be right. So let me know. The last thing that stood out to me was when Mark said he was going to include Ish and Mona on the new group text or whatever. And Flip right away, what, the one that we have now? The one we have now? And we know that he's meaning the one with Melissa. Because Joe said he had a joke or something that he wanted to send, and then he realized who all was on there and he couldn't send it. He didn't feel like making another one. So, of course, we all know that he's talking about the fact that Melissa is still on this group chat. So now they have to make a new group chat. But Flip is so worried about this whole thing with Melissa and them saying that Melissa's coming back and stuff. I just feel like Joe is bullshitting people. He just is. Like, that's what he does. And I don't believe him. But Flip be so worried about her, and she don't like you, Flip. How many times we gotta tell you? This girl has gone and tried to get you fired so many times in front of your face. You've caught her a couple times, like shitting on you in front of the boss. Like, why are you so worried about her? Anyway, that's it, you guys. That's all I got. It is a quick one, and I will see you guys in the next one. If you have not already, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the Beautiful People family. If you're still here, you are the real MVP, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Smooches!